Oh, hi! I'm Dorothy Lamour, and this is Trailers from Hell. You know, the feature film is just over 100 years old, but among those countless hundreds and thousands of titles, there are only a handful that really stand out as having influenced the art form. The Great Train Robbery, Birth of a Nation, The Jazz Singer, Gone with the Wind, Citizen Kane, Psycho, Easy Rider, The Godfather. Yeah, all right, and Star Wars. Pooey! All of them are dwarfed by the singular towering achievement of world cinema that bestrides the planet like a colossus. People who have seen it feel that afterwards they felt that they had reached out and touched the hand of God. It is a motion picture so singular, so extraordinary, so utterly without equal, so mind-boggling in its impact, that its title can only be spoken in a whisper. Shh, the octopus. When Warner's released it for Christmas in 1937, Variety said it was so feeble the studio should just call it quits. But what does Variety know? They probably panned Shakespeare. It's actually a combination of two plays, Shh, the Octopus and The Gorilla, which itself has been filmed 3 times, most famously in 1939 with the Ritz brothers and Bela Lugosi. This version gives Warner stalwarts Hugh Herbert and Alan Jenkins, who you see right there, rare leading roles as a pair of bumbling detectives hot on the trail of a master criminal called the Octopus. But unlike Republic serial villains, this octopus actually is an octopus, tentacles and everything. And that's just one reason why this picture is so profoundly bizarre. Every time it starts to settle into conventional comedy mystery tropes, director William McGann suddenly throws in something out of left field that makes you bolt upright and go, what the fuck? One of the most startling, which of course I won't spoil, involves Elspeth Dudgeon, the wizened old woman most famous for playing a wizened old man in The Old Dark House, in which she was billed as John Dudgeon to preserve the illusion. And even the ending has been ripped off by everything from The Wizard of Oz to Road to Utopia. Most of it takes place in a lighthouse, which, as you can see, is beautifully designed by Max Parker. And at a mammoth 54 minutes, it certainly doesn't have any wasted footage, though Variety might have taken issue with that. But it has built a cult following, and there's even a rock group that took the name. Herbert and Jenkins did around a dozen pictures together, and as you'd expect, they function like a well-oiled machine. Of course, almost any official comedy team could have done a pretty good job of it as well. In fact, a friend of mine once suggested that I combine 2 of my obsessions and remake it with Biffle and Schuster. And that's actually a nifty idea. You could just plop them in the roles without changing a thing, apart from customizing their dialogue. The problem is that getting the remake rights would involve dealing not only with Warner Brothers, but the estates of 3 playwrights. And frankly, that's an awful lot of work for a project that's going to have extremely limited appeal. So for now, it appears that there'll be no remake of Shh, the Octopus, which is probably just as well. After all, there's no possible way you can improve on perfection.